We get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Denise Tan. The Cherry-Tigo Crossovers bagged their second straight win in the continuation of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Here's the story.
Here comes Galleries. Esguerra finding the corner.
In this first game on Thursday, the Cherry-Tigo Crossovers entered the matchup against the new team Galleries Tower High-Risers, carrying the momentum from their opening day win. Defense became key for the Crossovers early as they tallied 9 blocks in the first 2 sets. While the third frame got a little closer to their liking, Cherry-Tigo still managed to hack out a straight set win. Final 25-14, 25-15, and 25-21. Sisters EJ and Aya Laure once again spearheaded the team's attack, scoring 15 and 12 points. The victory makes the Crossovers the first to make 2 wins in the newly opened conference, while the High-Risers slid to 0-2.
Rhea goes inside and in the middle.
The second game between the PLDT high-speed hitters and Akari Chargers also ended in a sweep. PLDT was dominant from the beginning in a game that took them 28 minutes to beat Akari. The third set was also a close affair, but PLDT pulled all the stops to complete the shutout. Final 25-16, 25-16, and 25-23. Savannah Davidson was stellar with 19 points as 3 other high-speed hitters scored in double digits. After the game, PLDT and Akari now both have 1-1 win-loss records.
Training in the meantime on the quick.
The third game was no different as the Choco Mucho Flying Titans only needed 3 sets to take down the Farm Fresh Foxies. Choco Mucho started out flat but came alive just in time to pull off a 12-0 run to close the first set with a win. They carried that momentum throughout the game and route a 25-18, 25-13, and 25-17 rout of Farm Fresh. High-flying hitter Cici Rondina scored a game-high 21 points to lead all scorers on the back of 17 attacks, 3 blocks, and an ace. Choco Mucho joined PLDT and Akari with identical 1-1 win-loss lates, while Farm Fresh sank to 0-2. The PVL All-Filipino Conference action goes to Batangas tomorrow, Saturday, with a doubleheader. First to play are the Petrogas Angels and the Jerflor Defenders at 4 p.m., followed by the Creamline Cool Smashers and Signal HC Spikers at 6 p.m. Catch both games live on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app. World number 2 pole vaulter EJ Obiena believes doping has no place in sports. This is on the back of an accusation of doping directed at him from the wife of former pole vault world record holder Renaud Lavillenie of France. Obiena has vehemently denied this. And to further prove his clean, EJ released the results of his examinations from the World Anti-Doping Agency as well as findings from a lie detector test. Throughout his professional career, Obiena has had 34 doping tests, none turned out positive. Amid the controversy, Obiena said he's focused on preparations for the Paris Olympics next year. Still, the Asian gold medalist can't help but raise the effects of the doping accusation on him and his country's reputation.
I'm not a cheat. I didn't do anything to enhance my performance illegally. It's all because of the hard work of my team. Therefore, I believe that statement really damaged the reputation that I've carefully built the past few years. And when doping suspicion or accusations are thrown out in the public, it doesn't just drag our name, it drags the whole country with it.
Justin Brownlee has waived his right to open the B sample used for his doping test in the recent Asian Games. That is a confirmatory specimen in case the sample, or the A sample rather, turned a false positive result. The Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas has agreed with Brownlee's decision to skip the B sample opening. Philippine Olympic Committee President Bambol Tolentino explained there's no point in getting a second result since the 2 samples came from the same source anyway. In the initial test, Brownlee tested positive for carboxy-THC, which is linked to cannabis or marijuana use. With this, Brownlee and Pinoy sports officials will await the decision of the International Testing Agency before their next move. The ITA's final ruling will be handed over to FIBA and then to the SBP before Brownlee can file an appeal. If found guilty, JB could be banned for up to 2 years from local and international competitions. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after a quick break. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Thanks for joining us. Some hoop fans were shocked by the sudden release of Robert Bolick from the Japan B-League's Fukushima Fire Bonds. But for the Pinoy cager, it was the right move. Bolick explained that he had to leave the Japanese league because his wife is more than 2 months pregnant. He cannot stand being away from her, so his return to the Philippines made perfect sense. The former Gilas guard was already on his way home when Fukushima announced his departure. Bolick just walked away from a 3-year multi-million peso deal. He only played 1 game for the Fire Bonds, notching 10 points and 5 rebounds. The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters blasted the Meralco Bolts in an exhibition game in Bacolod City. Rain or Shine led by as many as 20 points in the third quarter en route a 94-81 win. With no imports playing for both teams, Leonard Santillan led the way for the E-Painters with 16 points and 12 rebounds. Meanwhile, 6 Bolts did not play, including Chris Newsome. He's still resting after his Gilas stint in the Asian Games. Cliff Hodge, Raymond Almazan, Alain Maliksi, Anjo Karam, and Bong Quinto also did not suit up due to injuries. The exhibition was part of Bacolod's celebration of the Mascara Festival. Over at the WNBA, the Las Vegas Aces repeated as champions after beating the New York Liberty in Game 4. The Aces played without 2 injured starters but somehow found a way towards the crown, 70-69. Two-time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson took home Finals MVP honors, producing 24 points and 16 rebounds. She was the main driver behind the Aces overcoming a 12-point deficit in a highly anticipated clash of so-called super teams. The Aces secured the top overall seed in the postseason after racking up 34 wins. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.